with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. It's a continuous battle. It's an everyday fucking struggle. That's what Dr. Phil told me. It's fucked up Friday again. These weeks are fucking melting away like butter. It's the day I get to hear a listener's fucked up experience. All the best stories are booze stories. Let's admit it. Booze stories are the fucking greatest stories in the entire world. And what is the foundation of civilization? Storytelling. Am I promoting drinking there? This week's story was actually sent in by a comedian friend of mine. A good friend of mine, Evan Hocking. I don't know if he wanted me to say his name or not, but fuck him, he's a comedian. Deal with it, cunt. Evan, I can tell you this right now, people, loves a fucking brew. Still loves a brew. He's a solid 37, 38 with a 49-year-old head and loves a brew. He's a funny man. Look him up on social media. He's Evan Hocking Comedy on Instagram, and he does the Aussie Pub Comedy Tour. And they run comedy shows all around Australia. So look that up too, at Aussie Pub Comedy Tour. He's a massive fan of the podcast, by the way. He listens every day and sends me a message when he hears a good one. Haven't heard him love an episode for a while, the cunt. Here it is. Here's Evan Hocking. In 2001, when I was 19. Alright, what does that put him on then? 19. It's 2019. Let's say that's 18 years. 37. If you have a look at his fucking head, you wouldn't call 37. Call 47. When I was 19, I went to the Eastern Football League Grand Final. I'd worked in the morning and was keen to have a few beers at the footy that arvo with some mates. I drove to the footy, which wasn't the smartest plan, knowing I had to be 00. 00 is alcohol level fucking 00. Because I was on my P plates. But fuck it, a few beers won't hurt. And what are the chances of getting caught? Almost 100% ever. You're fucking running the gauntlet. I knocked down about 6 VBs. For the international listeners, VBs are Victoria Bitter. It's a type of beer. It is what the low-lifes drink. The bogans. The shit kickers. The dregs of society. It used to be my favourite beer. Then got fucking bought out by some big South African fucking company. And it started tasting like shit. It was well known for tasting like shit, but now it tastes extra shit. I knocked down about 6 VBs during the game and grabbed a few travellers to keep the buzz going. Around 8 PM, I drove to a mate from trade school's place in Burwood who was meant to be having a party. I rocked up with a couple other mates from trade school, and the bloke who was meant to be having the party answers the door. He looks at us and laughs. Nah, I cancelled it. It's not happening. Fucking dog. Laughs. Cancelled. Fucking son of a bitch. I had a few mates who played in the East Burwood under-18s who had won the grand final earlier that day, so I decided to drop into their club. I ended up pissing on with them for basically the whole night. I decided to take my ute. Alright, Evo, you're really starting to bogan this right up, mate. Evo's a fucking Aussie as well, so bear with me while I try and unbogan this story. I ended up pissing on, drinking, with them for basically the whole night. I decided to take my ute, it's a type of car, a utility truck type thing, for a bit of a spin around the paddocks. Donuts on a grassy area, that's what a spin around the paddocks would be. I went over the grass hill and there was a bloke and a chick fucking on the hill. I want to hear that cunt's story. I almost hit them and pull up, and the dude, who was massive, comes up to my open driver's side window and punches me in the face. I cop it and just drive off with a sore eye and cheek. Unfortunately, at around 2 AM, I thought it was a good idea to go for a spin again and get about 8 people in the back of my HZ ute while I was blind and do some burnouts / donuts in the footy club car park. I did a few and it was all pretty sweet. Did you see those doughies, boys? Fucking sweet, eh? They were some sweet fucking doughies. Until I got overconfident, I ripped into this donut. I can imagine fucking 19-year-old fucking Gronk Evo doing this. I ripped into this donut and the ute straightened up and went over the gutter. Before I knew it, I'd ploughed into a tree and a few people had fallen out of the ute. I yelled out to see if everyone was alright, and luckily no one was injured. See, that's Evo. He's a fucking good bloke. He's a good, solid Australian bloke. If that was me, I would have checked the back to see if someone was hopefully injured. Because I just crashed my car. Someone's got to fucking pay for that shit. I then had to look at how badly I'd fucked up my ute. Luckily, I'd just put a ding in the left front quarter panel, which didn't look too bad in the dark. I ended up sleeping in the back of my ute that night, and it started pissing down rain. So I had to move into the cabin with my legs hanging out the window, which was fucked. In the morning, I woke up soaked and with a stinking hangover. I had a look at the damage to the ute in the light, and it was fucking heaps worse than I thought. I'd fucked the quarter panel, and the headlights and grill was fucked as well. I also had a bit of a black eye from the dude who punched me. I thought, how the fuck am I going to explain this to the olds/parents? Thanks for clarifying that one. If they know I did this while I was pissed, my old man will flog me. I decided to act like someone had hit me when I was parked at a shopping centre. When I got home, I stormed up the driveway in a rage. I charged to the house, going off my head. This is fucked. Some fucking prick had hit my ute. Dad and Mum were going, what do you mean? Come have a look. It's fucked. Some prick has hit me in the car park. I'm pretty sure Mum and Dad bought it, but if they didn't, they never asked what really happened. So I guess my acting was pretty believable. I ended up getting my panel beater mate to fix the car, which cost me $500. Cost me a black eye as well, but oh well. It was a fucking good night. It was a good, solid Evan Hocking night. Alright, Ev. Thanks for the story, mate. Send us a text message. Tell me if you like this fucking episode. You cunt. Alright. That's it. That's me done for tonight. Have a good fucking weekend. Add me on social medias. I'm at Boyle Comedy on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, give us a rate, a review, and a fucking subscribe. How about that? Alright, that's me done. Fucking see you later.